I love Belichick, and I know you do as well. So I asked this question with the ultimate of respect. Is he drunk? Do you know if he's drunk? Michael,
well,
is he drunk?
I think, the one thing about Belichick that you have to understand is there's a variance in the marketplace. And I think if you just examine what's happened in the first couple of days of free agency, we've seen what we've been talking about all offseason is that nobody had cap room. And the teams that have cap room, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Jets, the Patriots, even Washington to a degree, are spending money. And the other teams are trying to recreate money. Yesterday was a huge day in restructures in the National Football League because teams are trying to get a little bit involved in free agency. The variance in the market, Rich, is the Patriots were just fortunate to have a ton of cap room. And yes, they're spending a lot of money, but they're getting high-quality players. Are they overpaying? You always overpay in free agency. But I think the talent base, the durability of the players they're signing, the age of the players that they're signing, and the impact that the players they're signing can improve their football team greatly.
I think the age is where I'd like to sort of linger with you a little bit here about the age of the players. That's an important thing for you, for us to I guess, spotlight here, because otherwise, right, these are the types of deals that the Patriots would just sit back and watch other teams make and try and win the league in the spring. And that's part of what kind of is so jarring about this for New England. So let's get started on it. The age of the players makes it a different than, say, any other year or any other team going to sign these players?
Well, I think what you want to do is sign young players who can develop. I mean, look at Jonnu Smith, who really has just tipped the surface. He's 25 years old. So he's not going to be too old when he gets to his second contract, when he gets to the third contract. Hunter Henry, the same thing. Matt Judon, all players are in their 20s. Henry Anderson in their 20s. And so when you sign players who have durability, who have youth, then you can count on them to make it to the field. When you sign older players, sometimes like it would happen in Philadelphia, it looks good on paper, and then when it's time to play games, you can't keep the players healthy. So I think there's a shift, but I think what people have forgotten a little bit too, if you go through Patriot history, is there was a time back after the Patriots lost to the Colts in a conference championship game, they flew to Hawaii. They were coaching, then the conference championship game loser had to coach the Pro Bowl. They went to Hawaii, and that week probably was the worst week for all Patriot coaches because they're in Hawaii and they're meeting at 6 o'clock every morning. And they came out of that meetings and they signed Wes Welker. They traded for Wes Welker, and they reshaped their team. And so this is a little bit like that. They're reshaping their team because they have to. They have no choice. And I know it's not what we're used to. And I'm not going to say they're not spending a lot of money, but they have this luxury because it's the variance in the market allows them to do it.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.